Bye-bye. Bye. Welcome to the Busy Guy Show. My name is Vince LoCascio, and I'm a busy guy. I've got Katherine McHenry here. She's with the Building Blocks store in Chicago. Has been in business since 1996. She's known as a educator wannabe, play ambassador, and retail aficionado. She started her first retail business at age 9, and she's still going strong. Ms. Katherine, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
It's nice to have you here. Tell us first about your first retail business at 9 years old.
Yes. I saved up all my money and I would buy candy by the bulk and break it up and retail it. So it was my first retail operation, and I solicited my siblings, cousins, anybody who came to my Queens apartment and asked them if they wanted to buy candy. Who doesn't want to buy candy? Who doesn't want to eat candy?
Everybody does. So you were the candy girl.
Yeah, I had a good product.
Candy man. And then I say it jokingly, but your real job for a while was you were a public accountant?
Yes, the candy business didn't put me through college. In college, I had some retail businesses and whatnot to get myself through college and to do what everybody does. They go to college and they go and do a real job, and my real job was the CPA route.
Okay, so then from there, how did you get into the toy industry then?
Well, when I got
Toy business.
when I got into the public accounting world, my big bubble really deflated. I thought I was going to go out there and conquer the world and do really, really important things, and here I am, big accounting firm, going to do a lot of things. And I realized when I got there that you don't have to go to college and become, a lawyer or a doctor or a set career path that I was taught when I was growing up. I really have a passion for retail, and I just really realized that I could pursue that. And I really wanted to be a teacher when I was younger. I love children. I love to teach them. I love to watch them learn and play. So it just really made sense that once I decided to express my affinity and passion for retail, that I do it with toys.
Nice. Well, reading reading about you, you truly show that you have a passion for it, because, the bit that we talked already is, it's amazing the amount of knowledge, but how much you love it. So, and you've got two locations. Mm-hmm. One in Wicker Park and one in Lakeview. Now, at the store, obviously there's other things besides toys. If you want to comment a little bit about each store, I could talk about briefly. But you carry a nice line of books. Yes,
very well curated books. I go to book shows and also book showrooms, and I read all of the blads, which is samples of new books that are coming out. Meticulously, I curate all of the ones that I think that are very well illustrated, have good stories, good messages. So I kind of weed out all the good stuff.
Well, it's great to know. Because people, some people say, read a book before you play with a toy. So if that kind of person is there or wants to get to do that, the choices there's there besides just toys. But there's also games, which we're going to talk a little bit about.
I have everything from games for 18-month or 2-year-olds, very, very simple games to get them playing in that type of a game setting. But then I have preschool games for kids who are much older, family games, strategy games, one-player games, lots of different games.
And then obviously some of the, if you will, the staples. There's dolls and toys and baby toys and
yes,
trucks and so on.
Yeah, children love to pretend play, and dolls and trucks and trains really create that avenue for them to let their imagination run wild and play and just create stories, create scenarios, mimic adults.
Which we're going to talk about later, those toys specific too. Now your staff, you like to call them toy experts. When somebody walks in the store, do you ask them, do you know about toys? What would an interview at your store kind of be like?
I really don't, I take the approach that I really don't look for actual experience. I look for the passion and the spirit of play. Either someone's got it or someone, they either are really into it, providing children with play, helping parents select those toys and games.
So you wouldn't hire Ebenezer Scrooge if he came in?
I wouldn't hire someone who really doesn't get excited when they unbox a box of toys and they see new toys that are coming in. The people I surround myself with can't wait to rip those boxes open and see what we're going to have on our shelves.
Nice. So they have somewhat the similar drive that you have for toys.
Yeah.
Okay, so now there's many categories that they're broken down into. I walk in off the street, I don't know anything about kids, I want to buy a toy for my nephew. And I come to you and I say, what should I buy? What kind of things, what are you going to ask me? And how, with all the categories that you have, how would the conversation like that take place?
This is really why people seek us out, for our expertise and our interaction with our customers. So we would ask you, a few questions to help us make the right recommendations for you. So if you just said you're buying for a neighbor kid and you just don't know anything about him, you can just tell us his gender and his age, and we'll try to show you some things that are skewed towards a gender or gender-neutral toys. We try not to categorize it, but if you don't know the kid, we kind of play it safe and get some popular toys for you. And when you're shopping for a loved one that you know about, you can tell us what his interests are, what she likes, if she is into a particular sport. You can tell us if he's specifically good at math and likes to explore math skills. We take all that information that you give us and we make recommendations accordingly.
And I know you mentioned earlier something that might come into play if they have siblings, if they've got younger kids, like choking hazard.
If they live in a small apartment, if they live in a house with a big yard, if they live really close to a park and can take their outdoor toy to a park, how far they have to walk. You don't want to carry a big toy to the park. We take all of those things in consideration, but when a child has a new baby in the house, we're very cognizant of mom who is really probably tired, up with the baby, wants to entertain the kid. Maybe we won't recommend a toy that requires a lot of parent interaction, more independent play for the child, a toy with less parts or less dangerous choking hazards for mom to be less worried about the toy getting around the baby.
Very interesting. I mean, obviously, you are an expert at what you talk about. There was one category I found interesting. I'll just read the quote and you could take it from there, but it says, toy play is beneficial to all children. These are toys which may be especially useful and fun for children who have autism, sensory issues, or other special needs. What can you tell me about that category?
Because our toys are very interactive, interacting, and also very thought-provoking, a lot of therapists, speech therapists, occupational therapists, people with sensory needs kids, autism, and spectrum kids, parents really seek us out because we have these toys that address a lot of the needs of the kids. And the children not of the spectrum and not autistic also really appreciate these types of toys too.
I think that's great that you're even knowledgeable about that. I'll leave it at that. I was going to say if I go to another store, they might not know, but and then many of the services you offer, you free gift wrap, shop in the store, online. We're going to go to a little break, but before we do, if you want to tell me a little bit about also what a wish list is.
Kids and parents can go on our website and browse the website for toys and games and books that they want and put it on their wish list. They can also do it in our store so that aunts and uncles and grandparents and friends don't have to guess what they want.
Nice. So it's just like, it's a registry, just as you would for a shower.
Yes.
Or a wedding, whatever the case may be. So we're going to go to a commercial, and when we come back, before we do, we're going to tell a little bit about the retro toys here.
I really wanted to bring my whole store, but
I wish you would.
I had to narrow it down to just a few. These are just some retro toys and games that anybody would look at them and recognize. This is a Twister, Candyland, which we all love.
That's right on the box there. You can show it. Candyland, celebrating over 65 years.
Jenga's been around and well loved by kids and adults alike. The Rubik's Cube, the Magic 8-Ball. And I also have a lot of wooden trains in my store, Brio and Thomas, but I decided to bring the Chicago flavor here with the 5 CTA lines, the bus, and then the Chicago Bears and the Cubs trains.
That's amazing. I mean, she's got the red line, the brown, all the names
These
of the
are
lines.
highly detailed. It has the names of the stops on either side, Kimball and the Loop for the brown line.
Now, should I take a chance and ask a question about the Busy Guy Show? What should we ask it? I'll let you ask the question.
Is the Busy Guy Show the best show
On the air.
on the air?
And the answer is concentrate and ask again.
Is the Busy Guy Show the best show in the air?
It says I'm too busy to answer. Gotta go. Okay, we'll be back. We're going to go to commercial. When we come back, we're going to show you current toys and talk about toys.
We were forced to get along, you know. It wasn't about culturally where we were from. It was more about having honesty.
The Italian-American heritage. Live it, love it, celebrate it.
I used to have a goat. Where did it go? It went to a family who really needed it. You see, giving a family an animal is like giving them a business. The wool, milk, eggs all turn into income for medicine, school, clothing, a better home, a sustainable livelihood. Soon, the family is passing on the gift of the animal's offspring to another family who does the same and on until the whole community is lifted out of poverty. That is where my goat went, and that's why you give to Heifer International.
Welcome back to the Busy Guy Show. I'm a busy guy, and I got the noggin stick here that Kathy's going to tell us about in a minute here. In the meantime, what are you playing there?
This is called Flickers, and it's a little round disc, sort of like a Frisbee, if you will, but for your fingers, and you have a target board, and you're trying to get it in the middle, and I am totally cheating.
It's okay.
And this is great for kids 7 and up. Set it up indoors. It just closes up, stick it in your closet, doesn't take a lot of room. You can take it to friends' houses. You can set it in your outdoors, in your home. So it's very versatile, and it's a bestseller.
And it cures cabin fever.
Yes.
And then what did I get to play with? The noggin stick.
The noggin stick is one of my best sellers for baby, and I love this product. It sells well because it is a great product. It has a little mirror on the bottom. Babies love to see themselves. They're very vain, so they like to find themselves in the mirror. The handle is grooved so that they're practicing their tactile skills. They're feeling the bumps, and they're feeling different textures. The colors change when you shake it, and babies track the color with their eyes, and they're building their eye muscles and focusing, their ability to focus. And they love to teeth and chew on things. And the little monkey ears, or I call it a monkey, I guess it's not really exactly one, but the little ears are small on purpose so that the baby has to find it to chew on it. So they're practicing their hand-eye coordination, and it's a really great developmental toy.
Nice.
So don't forget baby's first Christmas.
Toys are money makers. Last year, $22 billion in the United States alone. And $1 billion of that was at building blocks. So that's a lot of revenue. Now, how do you learn about trends, things that are coming up?
I'm a mom myself, and so
Lucky kids, huh? Mommy owns a toy store.
I have 2 toy testers myself. I'm really hands-on with my customers, interact with them, listen to their needs, listen to what they want to achieve when they're buying toys for their kids. And that really helps me to seek out those toys, and also to talk to manufacturers about what people are looking for. Okay. I'm also in a lot of mommy groups because I'm a mom, and I listen for trends there, or what people are looking for.
That's the laboratory right there.
Right. And then just a lot of expert industry articles, online, magazines. I go to trade shows. I'm just very hungry and thirsty all the time for new information, new products. What can I bring into my store to provide the best and the greatest?
Okay, I mean, we showed some of the retro toys earlier. However, some of those toys that we talked about, and a list I may mention, are from the 30s, the 40s, that are timeless.
Yes.
What do you see that makes a That's not easy to say. Makes a toy timeless.
There are a few factors. Timeless toys pretty much don't require much. If you think about the Slinky, Play-Doh, the games that I brought, Twister, they really don't require, they're not necessarily bells and whistles types of toys, but they're the toys that we play for hours and hours and hours, and when we look at them, it elicits beautiful memories of our childhood best friend, the friends we played with, the smell in the basement when we played those games.
The smell of Play-Doh.
Exactly. The teachers we had, the ages we were when we were playing with those toys. And generally, when I have those retro toys in my store, I don't even need to say, hey, why don't you buy this game of Twister to play on a Saturday night as a family game night? Mm-hmm. Grandparents or parents come in and they see Twister and they're like, I'm going to get that. I enjoyed that and I want to pass it on to my children. And they enjoy it too because it is a great toy. And it just keeps passing on and on and on. So we see toys from the 20s, the 30s, the 40s.
The yo-yo,
they're still, yeah.
Silly Putty, the Radio Red Fire Wagons, Barbie and Ken, Etch-a-Sketch, just to mention a few, Hot Wheels. If I can mention we talked about how things have changed so much with technology. How has, as an example, the reason I'm bringing it up, in the past in the news, Cabbage Patch Dolls was one of them, the Elmo Tickle Me toy. People were getting in fistfights at toy stores. That was pre-internet, which I know we can talk to you too about how when you started out it wasn't there. But how has it changed now? Because of the internet, people can find whatever they want right away?
Not necessarily. I think there is a myriad of things that go on when the toy becomes hot, in demand, everybody must fight for it, and everybody must pay, premium dollar for it. The obvious is, demand is high and supply is low. What manufacturer doesn't want to sell you toys or sell you a product that you really want? So a lot of times the manufacturer cannot predict how popular or how good a toy commercial winds up, or how much the hype is created by a kid has it and every other kid wants it. So the internet can help people find products, but when that happens with a toy that the supply is low, the demand, even on the internet, you can see prices going on eBay or Amazon or all the other websites completely skyrocketed.
Yeah. While we're on that subject, if I may, you could tell us again how, when you started, your biggest, not challenge, but one of your marketing decisions was, tell us about the Yellow Pages.
Well, when I started in 1996, how I got the word out about my toy store and my products was I needed to be known, and that was a listing in the Yellow Pages. I had to decide whether or not I was going to do the Valpak or the local marketing mailer that people got. Do you remember those coupons that you get in the mail? And also the newspaper ad that I was going to place, which I had to, decide exactly what I was going to place a month prior and pay top dollar for that.
And now it's, a lot of it you can do on your own because you can click and add things to your Facebook and all
Today we have social
media.
We have social media, we have emailing, we have YouTube. We didn't have YouTube back then. I couldn't do a really fun Flickrs video for my customers to check out. So I have a lot of access to directly talking to my target audience, which is mainly moms.
And something else we talked about is how kids want to emulate their parents. So a lot of the very popular toys since the beginning of whenever toys are started being made, kids want to buy vacuum cleaners, kitchen sets, lawnmowers, talk on the phones. What can you tell us about that, about what you see?
Children are just little people waiting to happen. They see parents, they see grandparents, teachers, the garbage man, the fireman.
Garbage man, don't forget the garbage man.
They see all the adults running around having fun. In their eyes, we're having fun. We get to do the big people stuff. So role play is very important for children to emulate the adults that they see to bring their imagination into it, and it's very much therapeutic for children to fit into the
And
adult
be like
life.
mom, be like dad.
Yes.
Okay, let's talk a little bit about what we got here. What's tell us about this crazy fort?
So do you remember that we used to put chairs together and tables and move furniture and then put blankets on it and drive our parents, especially moms, crazy?
Yeah.
The furniture's all moved. Well, that's the
You
solution.
put a lamp on something, you pull the sheet, and the lamp goes.
Crazy Forts is the solution. It's basically a rod and connector system, and all you need is a sheet in your home, and you can create a rocket ship, a house, a camping tent. You can really, it's open-ended and it's limitless what children can build with it.
Crazy forts. Okay, I feel like I'm. When Bozo used to bring out all the toys and show the different toys. Do I look like Bozo? Hey, take it easy over there. All right, what do we got here? Goldie Blocks in the movie machine.
Debbie Sterling is the founder of this company, and she is a very well-educated woman in the field of engineering. Her toys, and this is one set that's new this year, basically encourages girls to want to engineer and to have fun doing it.
So it's a movie machine.
Yeah, you're building a movie machine.
And then moving along, we've got the make your own pillow.
Yes, I thought I'd bring a craft
We did,
set.
yeah.
I sell a lot of craft sets in my store. I love them. When a parent says, I want some jewelry for my kid, or I want to have a jewelry box or whatnot, we always have craft sets that the kid can make themselves. So it's do it yourself. So this is one of the really best-selling craft kits that I have, and the
And
kids
you
can
made
make.
this one?
Yeah,
See the
this
K
is
on there?
K for Catherine, and it's very easy and it's safe. And you just take a push pin, and you're pushing all the little plush pieces in to make your really cool pillow.
If we could back up just for a second, tell us the advantages of why someone would walk into the toy store as opposed to just clicking and receiving it online.
Well, I'm not. There are a lot of people who have a toy that they want, and they go on the internet and they make a transaction. So they can do that online, and they can come into my store and make a transaction. Our store serves customers who need something that the internet cannot provide. So you can't really go on a website and start getting recommendations for your nephew.
Mm-hmm.
You can't really know sometimes about the age appropriateness of toys for your specific child. So we interact a lot with our customers. Our customers come to us for the toy expertise.
Well, yeah, the human factor is, phenomenal. I don't know what word to reach for, as opposed to just the computer. You get into the store, you can see it, you can touch it, and you said that you do encourage that the people play with the toys when they come in.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, so then what do we have next here?
Oh, that we
We
played
played
with
that.
that.
Oh, that's it in a box. Okay. Should have brought my Schwinn Stingray. We could have showed that. Because that's when Bozo, when you won a bucket number, whatever the last one, you won a Schwinn bike. Okay. Urban Fold, ladies and gentlemen.
This is Urban Fold, and this is my Urban Fold Monkey, but this is a Urban Fold City. So basically it's construction, and you'd build very simple fold very simple boxes and put stickers on them and build really, really cool things. So it's project work.
Nice.
And it's
Mentioning,
colorful and fun.
you talked about the lady, inventing toys. What can you tell us about a little bit about kid-invented toys, which are obviously the best doctors
Well, I'm glad you brought that
or
up.
inventors?
I have a lot of toys in my store that are kid-invented that do very well. Kids know what they want, and they know what they want to play with and what they enjoy. So if it's not available to them, they make it up. And some of the toys that they make up enter the market. So this toy was invented by two brothers, 10 and 8 years old. And just like, think Hunger Games, think of
Don't shoot me.
It's very easy. It's notched. You just pull it back. Hopefully I won't hurt anybody.
Bam! You just killed the cameraman. Oh. These are nice. So let me see the.
You want to try it?
Yeah. But
All right.
This is the one you could say.
I have 4-year-olds that can do that.
Do try this at home.
No pressure.
All right, I'm gonna shoot at the same cameraman. Get a good shot of that one. Busy guy. Ah, I got him again. So nice. It's harmless, right?
And it's invented by 2 kids, 2 brothers.
I know there's that. We talk about the fascination. People always say, "Well, geez, I bought my kid this beautiful toy, and he played with the box." So I guess this kid, Paper Box Pilots, I think it's called. Talk about kid, oriented, but yeah, I would think kids do make the best inventors. So let's talk about. It's got to be one of your favorite movies, the Toy Story movie.
I love Toy Story. It's just, I imagine the toys in my toy store coming to life all the time when I lock my doors at night. So I just love Toy Story for the imagination of what every toy in a child's playroom is saying or doing or getting into trouble with. Also, all the toys, a lot of retro toys are in that movie, and it's really fun to see.
Oh, yeah. Slinky.
Etch-a-Sketch, Mr.
Potato
Potato Head.
Jinx. So moving along here, I mean, because we obviously I'm playing with this thing right now, but what can you tell me about kids with iPads now? I mean, obviously it's the wave of the future, but it's probably a little bit better that they're picking up a toy and playing with that toy as opposed to, just staring at that. What's your comment on that?
A lot of kids, when you and I went to school, we had textbooks. We had a lot of textbooks to carry around. And a lot of kids now are using iPads in place of the textbooks. They are carrying, 50 textbooks in an iPad in college, in high school, even in elementary school. So I think technology has a place in the child's life, and it needs to be introduced at the appropriate age. And it needs to be used in moderation and not a substitute for the classic toys that they need to interact with in order to develop their, whatever the skills that they're trying to build.
Okay. We're running a little bit out of time. I'm going to give you your cannolis
Thank you.
to enjoy. Thank you for being on the show.
Thank you.
And, oops, let me get this. Can you excuse me just for a moment? Hello? No. Hold on. Santa Claus. I gotta go. So I'm gonna take this call. Okay, I'll be. Okay. Yes. Bye. Can you believe that? I don't believe it. I know you wanted to talk about this briefly, and before we do even get to that, you mentioned the association house that you're doing a drive for.
Yes. I believe that it's very important to use my business as a vehicle to provide good in the community. So every year I do a toy drive for the Association House. They're located in Humboldt Park in Chicago, and they really do a lot of outreach for families and kids in need.
And it could be found out on your website.
Yes.
Okay, listen, I can't tell you so much. Thanks for being on the show. You're going to have to go to the store to find out about this because we're running out of time. So, Ms. Katherine,
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
You're a kid at heart. Fairy tales can come true. All right, I got to go.